news, there will be paradigm shift in relationship between Police Service Commission and Nigeria Police Force, says new chairman PSC Solomon Arase. Police interrogates NAS officials over alleged misappropriation of 500 million naira. Kano Governor-elect Abba Kabir Yusuf appoints veteran journalist Sanusi Bature as CPS. Ex-US President Donald Trump to be charged over indicted hush money. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jane Balagbubu. Good day and thanks for joining us. Operatives of the First Criminal Investigation Department, FCID, have quizzed top officials of the National Assembly branch of the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN, over alleged financial misappropriation to the tune of about 500 million naira. It was gathered that 3 affected officials were grilled for several hours on Wednesday by the FCID and were granted administrative bail on self-recognition. The police invitation letters to the officials were sent through the office of the Permanent Secretary, Human Resources and Staff Development of the National Assembly. The letters were separately addressed to Chairman Pasan, National Assembly Chapter Sunday Fabi, Financial Secretary Stacy Nwodo, and Treasurer Samtia Daniel, inviting them to appear at the police department on Wednesday. The invitation was sequel to a petition jointly written against the affected officials by 9 suspended officers of PASAN who accused the executive of financial misappropriation. The Assistant Public Relations Officer of PASAN in the National Assembly, Amos Enobong, confirmed the development after interrogations and other processes were carried out. The union executives were granted administrative bail on self-recognition and to report back on Tuesday, 4th April 2023 for further questioning. The chairman, Police Service Commission PSC, Solomon Arase, has promised to ensure cordiality in the oversight relationship between the commission and the Nigerian Police Force. Arase gave the assurance while addressing newsmen in his assumption of office as the new chairman of the commission on Thursday in Abuja. While pledging to address the disquiet that had existed between PSC and NPF in recent times, adding that the issue of security sector reform was uppermost in his agenda at the commission. The former Inspector General of Police also called for stronger cooperation between the media and the police force with a view to changing the public negative narratives about the police in the country. He promised to ensure that the media would be given easy access to needed information to be able to support the police force in positive light. According to him, the police force is supposed to be a Nigerian police where citizens can critique, but must also provide solution in critiquing. Arase pledged to ensure that the Commission and NPF work in synergy to ensure efficient policing in the country. Nigerians have been called upon to ensure the preservation of natural resources to enable them to enjoy quality life. A professor of wildlife conservation and ecology, Professor Dauda Tanko, made the call at the 11th inaugural lecture of the Federal University Lokoja, which centered on conservation for sustainable economic development in a post-COVID-19 era. Dress it and keep it, for this is the whole duty of man. While making reference to the Bible in Genesis 1:26 and Genesis 2:15, Professor Dauda noted that conservation is a divine injunction, explaining that Nigerians' prosperity and economic development are tied to the divine injunction of dressing and keeping the biodiversity. Our reporter, Joshua Adinoye, has the rest of the story.
Then the black crown children will sing and say,
It was a humorous yet impacting lecture as Professor Tanko carried the audience along during his presentation at the multipurpose hall of the university in Adankolo. Participants were relaxed with smiles on their faces as though the lecture should not come to an end. Professor Dauda Tanko explained that biodiversity is critical to the maintenance of healthy environment, affords life support system, provides direct benefits such as food, medicine, and energy, among others.
If you obey everything that is written in the Holy Book, God promised that He will make our ways what? Prosperous. So I am concluding that the prosperity of Nigeria, prosperity of individuals, is tied down to obeying the first assignment given to man. Dress it and do what? And keep it. And so if you destroy the biodiversity, you are destroying yourself. Because you wake up, you want to build a house, there is no timber to roof your house. You wake up, you need fruits to eat, there will be no fruits. And so biodiversity forms the building block for life.
He noted that the benefit of wildlife or biodiversity in economic development cannot be overemphasized, stressing that the problems of wildlife management include poaching, bush burning, illegal grazing, inadequate finance, and insecurity, among others. Professor Tanko said restriction of hunting, provision of refuge, captive or artificial stocking will go a long way towards protecting wildlife in the country for various benefits. Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Lokoja, Professor Olayemi Akinwumi, said inaugural lectures have come to stay in the institution and assured of his administration's resolve to continue to hold the standard of the university in high esteem.
This administration recognizes the importance of diversification and collaboration as essential ingredients for achieving our vision of unprecedented progress for the university within a short period. We have touched all areas of our 10-point agenda in the first 2 years of my administration, and we are committed to maintaining the pace as we strive to achieve more and exceed all expectations.
Highlight of the event include the presentation of Award of Honor to Professor Dauda by the university and the presentation of gifts by other well-wishers. Joshua Adinoi, reporting for MLC TV.
As lawmakers-elect get certificates of return, the resident electoral commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Ekiti State, Professor Ayobami Salami, expressed the commission's readiness for a peaceful and hitch-free inclusion of the inconclusive election in the Idosi State Constituency 1 in the Idosi Council area of Ekiti State. Salami said the inconclusive election will be concluded on April 15. They only have 3 polling units in the constituency where the election will hold. That should not be too much of a challenge. They are prepared. They are ready to conduct the election on April 15. The REC, who spoke in Ado Ekiti while presenting certificates of return to 25 Ekiti State House of Assembly members-elect, said that the electoral body has been appealing to all the stakeholders in Idosi Constituency 1 to please cooperate with INEC and the security agencies so that they can have a successful conclusion of the process. A lawmaker-elect and chairman House of Assembly Committee on Media and Publicity, Adeoye Aribashoye, All Progressives Congress Ikole 2, who appreciated his people for giving him a second-term ticket to represent them again, said he would not let the state down. Also, a lawmaker-elect Babatunde Omotayo, Social Democratic Party Isheonru, said he's not going to the House to form the opposition, rather he's going there to defend the interest of the people. He promised to join hands with his colleagues to pass good laws and protect the interests of the people. The Code of Conduct Bureau is set to commence investigation of ATIKU Abubakar over the diversion of public funds while he was Vice President of Nigeria through Special Purpose Vehicles, SPV. The Bureau has invited Festus Keyamo to come forward to adopt his petition and to help it to secure the presence of the whistleblower Micheal Achimugu to assist in the investigation. The statement was signed by John Aineto, Assistant Head of Chambers, Festus Keyamo Chambers Abuja office, where he stated that Keyamo assures that the crusade for accountability in respect of this issue was not a campaign gimmick, as he promises to follow it through to a logical conclusion even after the victory of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A High Court of Justice sitting in Lokoja on Thursday declared illegal the activities of Kogi State Transport Management Authority, KOTRAMA, and has set aside the law establishing the agency. KOTRAMA was set up by Kogi State government to checkmate the activities of motorists, both private and commercial vehicles in the state. However, the body went beyond their boundary by going against the law that established the body. The court declares that the law contravenes the provisions of the Federal Road Safety Commission Act 2007. Justice Clement Kekere delivering his judgment in a suit brought before it by Martins Ojonimi Atojoko versus Kogi State Transport Management Authority KOTRAMA, and 3 others declared KOTRAMA as illegal, while pointing out that the laws establishing KOTRAMA is inhuman, established to cause hardship on motorists. The governor of Abia State, Okezie Ikpeazu, has approved the immediate disengagement of all political appointees in the state. Those affected include special assistants, senior special assistants, special advisors, and technical officers, thereby increasing the number of appointees relieved by the governor failed to win during the just concluded senatorial election. The governor further directed the State Accountant General to ensure immediate payment of March 2023 stipends to all the appointees. The letter was made public by the Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Chris Ezem. The governor thanked them for their contributions and services to the state and wished them well in their future endeavors. And in politics, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has reversed its suspension of former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, and former Senate President Pius Anyim. Other party chieftains whose suspension were reversed also are Ibrahim Shema, Dennis Itavia, and Aslam Aliyu. The PDP National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, in a statement said the party's National Working Committee reversed the referral of the governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, to the National Disciplinary Committee. The PDP, Nigeria's main opposition party, had a week ago suspended the party's stalwarts over anti-party activities, even as the party continues to grapple with a myriad of internal issues that led to the suspension and consequent replacement of Iochia Ayu with Umar Damagum as the national chairman. However, the party's spokesman, Ologunagba, in a statement said the PDP NWC met and extensively discussed recent developments in the party. He said the NWC recognized the imperativeness of a total reconciliation among party leaders and critical stakeholders for a more cohesive party in the overall interest of their teaming members and Nigerians in general. He said the decision is without prejudice to the powers of the NWC to take necessary disciplinary action against any member of the party at any time pursuant to the provisions of the Constitution of the PDP as amended in 2017. The Ohanaeze Indigbo has urged the Arraigns Kakanfo of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, to restrain the thugs of the All Progressives Congress APC led by Musiliu Akisanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, from causing a war between Yoruba and Igbo in Lagos State. Okechukwu Isiguzoro, the body's Secretary General, made the call while condemning the unprovoked attacks on the Igbo in Lagos State. Isiguzoro said the attacks on Igbo in Lagos State seem to have other motives other than winning elections. In the past few weeks, markets largely populated by Igbo traders have been razed by mysterious fires. On Thursday morning, fire razed down the Olowu spare parts market in Lagos State. This happened 3 weeks after Akere spare parts market on Kirikiri Road, Olodia Papa in Ajigule went up in flames. Isiguzoro lamented that Governor Olu of Lagos State has been helpless in resolving the attacks on Igbos. Isiguzoro cautioned in a statement made public. Kano State Governor-elect Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf has announced Sanusi Bature Dawakin Tofa as his Chief Press Secretary for the transition period. In a letter signed by the chairman of the Governorship Transition Committee on behalf of the governor-elect, described Bature's appointment as well-deserved as it was based on his competence, loyalty, commitment and hard work which he exhibited since 2019. Sanusi is a seasoned public relations guru, development, communication and stakeholder engagement expert with 19 years working experience in both international development, private sector and the media in Nigeria. He is a winner of the Cambridge Education Award on Investigative Journalism in 2008. Bature has worked at different capacities in various national, international and bilateral organizations such as the British Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, FCDO. The Ogun State chapter of the Labour Party has described the purported suspension of the State Executive Council of the party as an imagination of the purveyors of fake news. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Abayomi Arabambi, said this while reacting to a series of media statements credited to one Tokumbo Peters that the state chapter of Labour Party, under the leadership of Micheal Ashade, has been suspended by the party's National Working Committee. Arabambi, in a statement he signed and made available to newsmen in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, said the party constitution is clear on how to dissolve a state executive council. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Opinion, they say, is the lowest of human knowledge, but the world, the people, the actions, reactions and decisions are often patterned with opinions. The same world is characterized by different views, and decisions are sometimes judged by actions or reactions due to opinions. People, nations and even lower animals rise against or for one another just because of their opinions. Minds are set on opinions daily. Tell me what you don't know and I will tell you. It's all about your opinion. Join me, Joshua Atinoy, on Malachite TV Online every Monday by 9 a.m. Your opinion, my opinion, if well explained and understood, will help us to build a better society. Your opinion, my opinion counts. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. Now on crime. An Ekiti State High Court in Ado-Ekiti has ordered one Janet Jegede to be kept in custody as a criminal lunatic at the Correctional Center, Afao Road, Ado-Ekiti. The convict was arraigned before Justice Bamidele Omotosho on September 16, 2020, on the count charge bordering on murder. The charge read that Janet Jegede, 36, on 17 November 2019 at Ado-Ekiti within the jurisdiction of the court, did murder one Jegede Kayode, her husband, contrary to Section 316 and punishable under Section 319 subsection 1 of the Criminal Code Law, Cap C16, Laws of Ekiti State, 2012. To prove the case, the prosecutor, Oluomo, Richard Ayobami, called 5 witnesses and tendered statements of the defendant, a knife, photographs of the lifeless body of the deceased, and statements of the witnesses as exhibits. In his pleadings, counsel to the defendant, Emmanuel Adedeji, said the defendant was mentally imbalanced at the time of the incident. He urged the court to discharge and acquit the defendant on the ground of insanity. In his judgment, Justice Bamidele Omotosho said it is settled that where a plea of insanity succeeds, the defendants will be ordered to be confined in a prescribed place to await further order of the appropriate authority. He thereby ordered that the defendant, Janet Jegede, be kept in custody as a criminal lunatic at Correctional Services Center off Afao Road, Ado-Ekiti, until the governor's pleasure be known in line with Section 223 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law 2011, the judge ruled. The Lagos State Department of Public Prosecution (DPP) has arraigned Chrisland School Limited and 4 staff members for the alleged manslaughter of a 12-year-old student, Whitney ADENIRAN. They were arraigned before Justice Oyidamola Ogala of the Ikeja High Court. Report has it that Ademoye Adewale, Kuku Fatai, Belinda Amao, Nwatu Ugochi, Victoria, were arraigned on a 2-count charge of manslaughter and negligent acts. The defendants, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge after it was read to them. Recall that Whitney died on February 9 during a sports event at Agege Stadium. Following her death, Blessing Adeniran, Whitney's mother, accused Chrisland School of holding back information on the cause of her death. Consequently, the State Ministry of Education ordered a temporary closure of the school pending an investigation. The state later disclosed that an autopsy on February 15 showed that the 12-year-old girl died from asphyxia and electrocution, while the school recently tendered a public apology on the matter. An inquiry into the case will commence on April 4. And on foreign news, former U.S. President Donald Trump will be charged over hush money payments made to a porn star just before the 2016 presidential election. The details of the case against him have not yet been released. A grand jury has voted to indict him after investigation at $130,000 payout to Stormy Daniels in an attempt to buy her silence over an alleged affair. Trump, 76, denies wrongdoing. He is the first serving of former U.S. president to face a criminal charge. The Office of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who has been pursuing the investigation, confirmed that it had contacted Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender on unspecified charges. The ex-president, who lives in Florida, is expected to fly to New York on Monday and be arraigned in court on Tuesday. The charges in the indictments will be read to him at the hearing, which is set to last about 10 to 15 minutes. The United States Secret Service, which is tasked with protecting serving and former U.S. presidents, will be in charge of security for the court appearance. Journalist at a leading Bangladeshi newspaper has been jailed on charges of publishing false news after his report on high food prices went viral. Samsuzzaman Shams of Proton Alo Daily appeared in court and was denied bail a day after he was arrested. His story, which ran on 26 March, the country's Independence Day, is alleged to have smeared the government. Rights activists have denounced the arrest and accused the government of stifling press freedom. The government denies the allegation, but media rights groups have warned of a steady erosion in freedoms under the governing Awami League in power since 2009. The paper Shams works for its Bangladesh's largest and the most influential daily. It was not immediately clear how long he would stay in jail. The reporter was picked up at his home outside Dhaka early on Wednesday morning by plainclothes officers. His employers had no idea of his whereabouts for nearly 30 hours as police and other security agencies said they had no information on him. The report for which Shams was detained featured ordinary Bangladeshis talking about their lives on Independence Day. One quotation was from a laborer who asked, "What is the use of this freedom if we can't afford rice?" Finland Finland will become the 31st member of NATO after Turkey's parliament voted to approve its application. Turkey had delayed Finland's bid to join the West Defensive Alliance for months, complaining the Nordic nation was supporting terrorists. Sweden, which applied to join NATO at the same time last May, is still being blocked by Ankara over similar complaints. Any NATO expansion needs the support of all its members. Finland will now be formally admitted into NATO, and its next summit taking place in July in Lithuania. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said on Twitter that he looked forward to raising Finland's flag at NATO headquarters in the coming days. The Finnish government said joining the alliance would strengthen the country's security and improve stability and security in the region. And now with Joy Dada to take us through the latest on entertainment.
Thanks for joining me on entertainment. I am Joy Dada. Basketball set to retire from professional comedy. Professional dancer unhappy over event venue cancellation. And Tupac is dead. A Nigerian comedian Basketball says he will retire from professional comedy in 5 years. Basketball, who has been a fan favorite for many years, made this known in an interview with TVC, where he stated that he intends to make every single year leading up to his retirement count. He also said he wants to venture into something different that will linger in the hearts of many people for a long time. Strictly Come Dancing star Johannes Redebe has expressed sadness after the first dates of the United Kingdom tour were cancelled following venue issues. The TV star was meant to be performing at Brindley Teen Spa on Friday and Saturday night at his event titled Freedom Unleashed, but the theatre said urgent repairs were taking place. Meanwhile, the managers of the theatres apologized to the people for the disappointment and promised that customers with tickets will be refunded by the box office. Posting on social media, Redebe thanks his fans for their understanding, adding that the Freedom Unleashed tour will continue as planned from 2nd April in Southampton. A Ghanaian TikTok sensation, Ahoefe Abrenti, popularly known as Tupac, is dead. Tupac Ahoefe died in his Kumasi apartment after doing a 16-hour live video. Confirming his death, a popular Kumasi rapper, J Bad of Asaka Boys fame, shared a video of Ahoefe with a cryptic caption reading, "Life too short. Rest well, Ahoefe. You gone and will be missed forever." While searching for Ahoefe cause of death, and emerging reports has it that the Ghanaian Tupac Ahoefe died after getting cardiac arrest. Tupac burst onto the stage as a TikToker some months ago and got many loving him. His looks and comic nature in some of the videos he posts on social media helped him go viral, as his image became one of the most popular stickers on some social media platforms in the nation. The late Ahoefe always dressed like a gangster and amassed an impressive 3.9 million followers and over 39.8 million viewers on his TikTok's 217 videos. His video mimicked the personality of the late American rapper. Tupac. Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Joy, for the entertainment update. And that is the size of our package today. Please do join us daily to watch our global news through our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. For your continued support, please watch, subscribe, and share our link as usual. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV and MLC TV2, Instagram MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday by 9 a.m. The Opinion. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please continue to be your brothers and sisters keeper to build a peaceful, happier, and a better society together. I am Jane Gia Balagbubu. Do have a beautiful weekend.